performers, and I think the Roe v.
Contract
Wade
failed.
was
Not
another
you.
nail in the coffin, because who wants to live in a place with some of the most draconian abortion laws? And now you have like you had a remnant of the community and culture that used to be there, and what was really telling was most of them were older. Most of them were like 50 or older when you would go to these. Like when I went to the prison thing, when I went to the prison, mass incarceration event, it's all older people, man. It wasn't really, what young person wants to move to a place with draconian abortion laws and can't organize protests? Especially someone in the arts. Why would you move there?
Well, also, you think about it in the context of that crime bill they just passed. Not only are you more likely to get in trouble, but you're more likely to be fucked as hard as you've ever been fucked.
To be working on the roof
again. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
So yeah, man. It's sad. It's sad. That was one of the most special places on earth. As anybody who was there before all this will tell you, it was just such an amazing place. And now all the real people left, and all you got now is like, oh yeah, come on into Marie Laveau's. I guarantee. Fucking guy is from Patterson.
Yeah, theme park. It's basically a theme park. Is what
it's a bunch of bullshit. Yeah. It's just the real thing got killed, and this is just one more nail in the coffin.
Yeah, indeed.
Indeed. Well, shit.
DC is leaving a baby to its own devices. Murder. Well, yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, you can.
Depends how tough the baby is.
Yeah, it depends on how tough the baby is. That's right. Slavic Ukraine. Yeah. I don't know how you got here, but or if that's a joke, but welcome. Thank you. 8 seats left for 7
I cannot
o'clock.
wait to
One
report of your
success.
success.
Nabbed a pair. So 8 now, single-digit availability for the 7 o'clock live show. Everybody.
Perhaps you shall find yourself in our good graces.
Like I said, we expect the 7 o'clock show to be sold out within the next couple of days, if not the next couple of hours. So thanks to all those who are booked for those shows. On the abortion subject, says Stoop Time, there's prank websites online where women can buy fake sonograms and belly padding so they can lie and extort men. Right. Do this in its baby bump. Decoy baby bumps. I think the best argument for pro-choice would have to compare the decision to pulling a plug on a family member in a coma. I mean, that might be a little harsh, too. I think it's, as Russ said, it's more of a philosophical question about the sovereignty of a life. Now, I understand where you're going with that, because when you talk about a family member in a coma at a certain point, and they get to set these terms in advance, that's what the DNRs are all about, and things like that. But at a certain point, they may feel that their sovereignty is gone too, and that's why they would forfeit that right. So I understand where you're going. Republicans want live babies so they can grow up to be dead soldiers. George Carlin. Yes.
That's a very good way to put it. Look, I mean, the people who are pro-life, who are not also involved in supporting mothers, I have no respect for that. I feel like if you are going to argue the one, you need to do the other. You need to make it easier, because a lot of women do have an abortion for economic reasons.
Yeah.
So take away that reason as much as you can.
Well, this is the thing. The right likes to preach freedom, and they also like to preach personal responsibility. Well, if the consequences for mistakes are so dire, then you're not really free. Freedom means freedom to make mistakes, freedom to fuck up, right? If you're not free to fuck up, then you're not really free, because nobody lives by the book exactly how they should every single time. That's not freedom. Freedom, we're going to put you up on a tightrope 50 feet above the ground. Right, exactly, yeah.
I always felt, as someone who's always driven and entrepreneurial, I always felt like I have to pay for my mistakes in a way that someone with a trust fund doesn't. You make a mistake, if you don't have that money behind you, you got to start all over again. You roll all the way right back down the hill. You got to start all over. You got nothing. You got nothing to get started again. You got to do it all over again from scratch.
Yeah, no, exactly. And even on a micro scale, it's funny you mention that, because I always would think, remember when Jerry Seinfeld had that comedians in cars get a coffee show? Maybe he still has it, but he would pull up to a parking spot in New York, he would get out, they'd walk into coffee shop, right? Now, this was obviously scripted, where they had that spot arranged for TV purposes and stuff. But if you're Jerry Seinfeld and you're worth $1 billion, why not just park anywhere the fuck you want? Like, as long as it's not a towaway zone, who cares? So they give you a ticket. Big fucking deal. Like, why would you not park in the alternate side? Right? Alternate